Florida here in California. This is where the early planning is taking place for our so-called Florida project.
I asked what Project X was. Project X.
Project X was the name that they used for the Florida project, which eventually became Walt Disney World.
The chief strategist that Walt Disney chose to lead the land acquisition for Project X was one of the company's lawyers, Robert Price Foster.
Bob Foster was chosen to be one of the select 7, but actually knew what was going on in Florida.
Disney set up 5 corporations.
When you want to buy a lot of land at a reasonable price, you don't use the Disney name.
Bob was able to start quietly inquiring into what kind of land was available.
He was so ingenious with his real estate development.
Bob was able to pay only $180 an acre. It's a total of only $5 million for the 27,440 acres, twice the size of Manhattan.
And believe me, it's the most exciting and challenging assignment we've ever tackled at Walt Disney Productions.
There's no doubt that there would not be a Walt Disney World if it wasn't for Bob Foster.
Disney heritage, accepting the honor for Disney legend Robert Price Bob Foster, his daughter, Debbie Swinson.
To thank the Disney Legends Committee and all those who helped make this great honor happen for my father. It's funny how when it's your own parent who does something extraordinary, you tend to not appreciate their accomplishments. But through the process of this honor becoming a reality, I've come to see my father, Robert Price Foster, through the eyes of those who in working with him grew to admire and respect the person he was and the invaluable contributions he made to the Walt Disney Company. In the early 60s, my father secretly negotiated the deals that laid the groundwork for what is today the most popular vacation resort in the world, Walt Disney World. But a much smaller event established him as a hero in my eyes long before he ever began traveling Florida. In 1961, on my 6th birthday, my dad was brave enough to take me and 5 other little girls to Disneyland, all by himself. We were awestruck by how, with a flash of his card, we could skip to the front of the line of our favorite attractions. Of course, there wasn't much of a line for the Dumbo ride in those days. Dad had even arranged for all of us to sit in the front row of the Golden Horseshoe Review, and for his birthday girl to be called up on stage. But when they mistakenly brought up the wrong little blonde girl instead of me, there were tears. Nevertheless, the day was purely magical, and he gave me a birthday I would never forget. A few years later, he began crisscrossing the country. And unbeknownst to us, under the watchful eye of Walt Disney, he was quietly scouting for and purchasing over 27,000 acres of land that would become Walt Disney World. Using an alias and diverting attention from himself and his employer, he single-handedly negotiated with over 100 landowners across the United States. He's been compared to a secret agent for covertly negotiating one of the largest purchases ever made by a single corporation, and for implementing the improvement district that would allow Walt Disney World to become a reality. This year, at the age of 97, my father learned that he was to be recognized for his significant contributions to the Disney Company. He was greatly touched and grateful for this happy news. 1 week later, he passed away with the proud knowledge that he would be honored as a Disney legend. On behalf of my father, Robert Foster, and his family, some of who are here in the audience today, I'm so pleased to accept this award. To the world, my dad is now a Disney legend, but to that 6-year-old little girl, he always has been.